And welcome to my channel Government Exam Study. So today we are going to discuss some questions about percentages. Okay. So let's check some questions. They're very easy. So this is our first question. Okay. This is our first question. So if x% of x is 36, then find x. So in percentages, we observe a little things that is here of is written as into multiplication, okay, and is written as is equal to so x% of x percentage of x is means equal to how much it is 36, okay, x that is percentage means by 100 into x equal to 36. So this is x into x square is equal to 100 goes outside, 36, 100. So finally x is equal to how much? 60. Okay, 60 square, 3600. So option C is the right answer. Next, move on to the next question. Here 30% of x is 72. Okay, so find the value of x. So first we write 30 percentage of means into x is equal to is 72. Okay, so 30 percentage, you can write 30 by 100 into x is equal to 72. Okay, now in 3 table, 3 2s, 3 4s. So finally x is equal to 240. So 240, option C is the right answer. Next, third question. So 20% of 25. First we write 20% of means multiply into 25. Again percentage, 25 percentage of into 300. So we just want to find the value. Okay, here of came 2 times. Okay, 2 multiplications. So this question can be solved in 2 methods. Okay, so first method I just solve simply, okay, general form. So 20 percentage by 100, sorry for my pen, okay, into 25 percentage by 100 into 300. Okay, so we can solve this as 25 ones, 25 fours, and 20 ones, 25s, and remaining how much? 560. Right? Next, 4 ones, 4 5s, 20. Right? So what is the answer? 15. 15 is the answer. And in the second method, okay, how can we solve this? This 20% is written as 1 by 5. Here we already cancelled, okay? Already we solve here 1 by 5, right? It can be written as 1 by 5, and 25% is written as 1 by 4, right? 1 by 4. So without you just writing all this 20 by 100, 25 by 100, you just substitute these values in place of this equation. Okay, 20% means how much it is? 1 by 5. 1 by 5 into 25 percentage is 1 by 4 into 300, right? So 5 60s, 4 15s. So 15 is the answer, right? So next question. If 3/5 of 60% of a number is 36, the number is, here we don't know the number, so we can take this number as x. So finally we have to find the number x, right? So 3/5 of 60 percentage, I am writing directly, by 100 of a number, we don't know the number x, is equal to 36. This is the equation. So you have to write like this. So if you just observe where is the is and of, you can write the equation, right? So here it is 3 ones, 3 twos, 3 12s. 1 0, 1 0 cancel. 6 twos. Okay. So 5, 10 and 2. Here x is equal to how much? 2 into 5 into 10. That is 5 is 10, 100. So answer is option C. So it's very easy questions. Okay, this is the fifth question. Okay. Now x is 25% less than y. Then y exceed x by how much? So you have to find the percentage. Okay. How much it is decreased? 25%. Okay. So for this, here x is 25% less than y means we don't know the value of y. So let y will be 100. Okay. Then x means how much? 25% less. That is 100 minus 25. That is 75. So x will be 75. Okay. So that is 25% less than y. Now you have to find the y exceed how much than x. Okay. In percentages. Okay. So what is the difference? How much it is less means the required percentage equal to, you have to find the percentage. How much it is? 25 by. So y we are taking upon x, right? That is exceeding upon x. So you have to substitute the value x, okay, into 100. Okay. So how much it is? 5 5s, 5 15s, 5 3s. This is 100 by 3. So 100 by 3 we can write as 33 1 by 3 percentage. Right? So 33 1 by 3. This is the answer. Option D is the answer. So if you multiply this, 3 3s 9, 3 3s 9. Okay? And then add plus 1. That is 100 by 3. Right? Okay, next question. Next question. A number when reduced by 10% gives 30. So we don't know the number. We can take as x. We have to find that number, right? So a number when reduced by 10%. Suppose we can take x as the number. It is reduced by 10%. 10% means suppose the number is 100. Okay. So 10% less means how much it is? 90. So it is reduced by 90. So we can take x into how much it is reduced? 90 by 100 is equal to, it gives how much? 30. So equal to 30. 3 ones, 3 threes. So here x is equal to 100 by 3. So again 100 by 3 is written as 33 1 by 3 percentage. Option D is the answer. Next question. If 15% of x is same as 20% of y, then find x is to y. Okay. So 15% of x, this is one equation, and 20% of y, this is another equation. So both are same. What are they saying? Both are same means you can take as equal to, right? So first 15, I am writing directly. 15 by 100, 15% of x is equal to 20% of y. Okay. So here they are asking the question x is to y. So simply we can take as x by y. So we have to find out the x by y, right? Okay. So here already it is, there are x and y. So if y comes this side, okay, we can get the x by y. So first solve this one. 21s, 25s, okay, 5 3s, 5 20s. Again, 5 1s, 5 4s. So how much is remaining? X, when it comes, y comes this side, x by y is equal to, this goes that side, 4 by 3. So finally, x is to y is equal to 4 is to 3. So option C is the answer. So these are very simple questions you can easily solve in any exam. When 75% of a number is added to 75, the result is the same number. Find the number. Again, we don't know the number. We can take as x. Okay, you have to find the number x. So 75% of a number x is added to 75. So here is means we should not take equal to. Okay, because already they said the result is the same number. So here the result is equal to. So is added. Here adding is the operation. We have to do plus 75. Now the result will be the same number. What is the number? We don't know the number. That is also the x, right? So now 75%. Okay, how can we take the 75%? 75 by 100 into x plus 75 equal to x. Or else you can take 75% as 3 by 4. You can simply substitute the 3 by 4 in place of 75%. Okay, if you solve this also, you get 3 by 4, right? So how much it is? 3 by 4. Okay, 3x by 4 plus 75 equal to x. So we send this 3x that side. X minus 3x by 4 equal to 75. So 4, how much it is? 4x minus 3x equal to 75. Now this LCM goes this side. 75 into 4. So finally x is equal to how much? 4 5 is 20. 4 7 is 28 and 30. So 300 is the answer. Next question. 51% of a whole number is 714. Okay. So here whole number, we don't know the whole number, x, and 25% of that number is. So we have to find this, we have to solve this whole statement, and whatever the value it comes, okay. We have to find 25% of that value. So first we can take 51%. 51 by 100 of a whole number is x is equal to 714, right? So if you see the calculation here, it goes 51 ones, 51 14s. Okay. So x is equal to how much? 1400. So this is the x value, but they're not asking the x. We have to find out the 25% of this x. Means you can write 25% of how much it is? 1400. So already we said in previous 25% we can write written as 1 by 4. Okay, 25 by 100, that is 1 by 4. So simply you can solve like 1400 by 4. How much? 4, 3 is 12, 4, 5 is 20. So 350 is the answer. Last question. 32 is what percent of 80? So these type of questions we can simply solve, okay, from this shortcut formula. Okay, we can say the required percentage is equal to is by of into 100. So remember this formula. This is very important. Okay, in this type of questions, is by of into 100 means we have to find out the percentage Here is can be written as, what is is means 32 is. So this is the value of is. And what is of 80? This is the value. Okay. Just substitute 32 by of 80 into 100. Is by of into 100. 0, 8 fourths. So that is 4 tenths, 40 percentage. Option B is the answer. If you like my channel and if you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Okay. And if you have any more doubts, you can simply ask me in the comments. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.